I'm Emma, that's Josh, and this is our 2-year-old daughter Charlie. We live on a tiny sailboat called Pixel, and we make videos documenting our journey nearly every single day. You're watching Sailing Uncut.
What do you think?
I think you should go away and not have this conversation. And there's no way we can sand it down.
No, in an ideal scenario, we would just sand it down and get another season out of it. But it's worn away in places. Like if we look over there, it's like down to the non-skid, and this is just a veneer. Like it's a.
And maybe if we just don't look at it, then it's not a problem. I feel like it's going to be okay for one more season. Every single person we've spoken to has said that it's going to take forever and that we're crazy if we do it.
Look, you've just uncovered a screw. No. There's a screw right there. See, we're already, what, 0.1% done?
No, if we keep going, then we're not going to be able to go back. I think I've decided to give up. No.
Let's not do it. We've got so many other things to do.
All right.
A few moments later.
We are committing to ripping up this teak. So what we're going to do is draw a line. So I've drawn one where Josh is, and then from there to there, we're going to see if we can get this patch done in a day. And if we can, then our calculations are that ripping up the deck will take 10 days.
Ripping up the teak off our sailboat. No looking back, just go, go, go. Pixel's looking hobo. People saying, oh no. Josh with the scraper, Emma with the sander, Charlie in the daycare, unaware, teak flying everywhere. Screw, screw, chip, chip, sand, sand, let's go. Tearing that deck, we don't even know. Teak dust in our hair, we don't care. Living on the edge without a care. Ready, set. Going underwater, wind in our hair. Working like a team with nothing to spare. Laughing through the mess, hands in the air. Beneteau shining, looking real bad. So much left to do, but we don't mind. We're picking up speed, cruising through time.
We are a week into this teak removal process.
I think it's going pretty well.
Yeah.
I think it's coming up quicker than I thought it would be coming up.
Yeah, so we've been recording each day how many hours we've been putting into it, and so far we're at the 37-hour mark.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
How far do you reckon we're done?
So I reckon on the port side we've ripped up all of the teak. We just need to finish off the sanding and all the little fiddly bits. And on the starboard side,
Half?
say like generously half.
So we're about 3/4 done.
And we thought that we're feeling a little confident now that we can somewhat show you step by step what our process is. But
not
this
a how-to.
is definitely not a how-to. This is just how we're approaching it.
Yeah.
Step 1, we need to decide how ambitious we're feeling for the day and mark out what section we want to get completed by the end of today. So we'll obviously start from here, and if we're having a lazy day, we may stop here, but if we are feeling super productive, hopefully we will get all the way back to here. Let's see how we go.
And so the reason we have to figure out how far we want to go is because holding this teak down is hundreds of little screws. And if we remove the screws, we leave little holes into our balsa wood core, and we all know that's not fun. And so step 2 is removing all those screws. So first off, I pick a tiny little section and I'll draw myself a line. Then I get the knife and I cut through the sika, and I've just hit one there. So I've hit a screw. They're all hidden. All of the screws are hidden underneath.
Because you wouldn't want it to be easy for us.
No. So that's hidden. We get the drill. We take a screw and we put it in the cup. And then we go again. Another screw. And we take it out. And we remove the screw.
And you do that on repeat how many times?
This many times. So all the screws in this section are pulled out. So step 3 is to rip up the teak. So we found this reciprocating saw with a scraper blade works the best. We tried everything. We tried multi-tool, we tried chisel and hammer, but for the bulk of it, this is working really well. And so in some areas the glue isn't even stuck very well, and in some areas it's stuck really well, so a little bit of the deck comes off with it, but we just epoxy over that and it's fine.
Step 4 is a drink break and admire all our work.
Looks good. For a ripped up deck.
I hate this part of the process because it's like you can't stop now for the day.
Just go out for the day, go for a sail. Salt water splashing in.
Yeah, I could not see any problems with that.
I wonder how many holes are in just this section.
Step 5 is just sitting here and reconsidering all my life choices and wondering why we decided to do this in the first place. Okay, next step is that we drill out every single hole just to make it a little bit bigger, so then we can put resin in it and to check all the core and make sure that none of it is wet and rotten. And luckily so far we haven't found any rotten deck, so you're in luck. And that's what we're doing now. And I just get every single hole. Step 6, go over all the holes that we missed.
Go!
And step 7 is lunch.
So excited. Is it delicious?
Right, step 8, time for the epoxy. Mix up a small batch and we just squeeze it in the holes with this little guy.
And we get excited because it's nearly home time.
Yay! It's a 5-to-1 mix. We use the slow cure because it gets in the holes a lot better. And now we mix. Mix, 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 mix.
Okay. So these ones here, you just drip the epoxy in and try not to get any bubbles. Oh, how satisfying is that?
No touching, no touching. Let's go. Let's go home.
Step 9, go get the baby. Step 10, we got to get Charlie's approval of all of our work.
Should we go see the boat, Charlie?
Should we go to the boat and you can have a look at what Mama and Dada have been doing? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. What happened? What happened? Look at this bit here. That's the old teak.
Happy?
Happy?
Happy.
Finished.
Yep, we got rid of the bulk of the teak.
And so, new day, now we need a new plan.
Yeah, well, it's the thing that we've been putting off for.
How many stanchions are there?
There's 8 each side.
Yeah, well. And they go all the way through the boat.
Yeah, so that right, we just left a gap where the teak, where it's sitting on the teak. We've just kind of avoided that area. So now we've got to deal with that, I think.
So, are we going to take it off?
Yeah, well, there's 22 through deck fittings, so including like water fill-ups and bits and pieces.
So maybe if we just focus on the stanchions today.
Yeah, let's do that.
On the starboard side.
So the lifelines have to come off, stanchions have to come out.
And then we've got to fill the hole so it's waterproof if
We'll
it
rip
rains.
up the teak.
Yep.
Then we fill the hole so if it rains, we don't get wet.
And that's probably will be enough for today.
Yeah, and we'll just do one side. We'll do starboard side today.
See how we go.
Yeah.
Game plan. Let's do it. And then we're left with these.
And so there's just a bolt going through with a nut on the bottom. So we've got to go underneath, unscrew those. Well, let's just do one and we'll see what we've got and then we'll go from there. All right, so I've just gone inside the boat and undone the bolt. So now in theory, this bracket should come out somehow.
Maybe just give it a good whack.
Bit of persuasion. Oh no!
What?
I marked the teak.
Oh, stop it.
Got it.
I was like, fuck, what is the wrong now?
Oh no, I got the teak.
Shut up. Ideally, you don't want to break them.
Or pop it off and lose it in the water.
Yeah. Wow.
Da-da-da.
So do that how many more times?
Yes.
15 more times? Okay, while Josh is up the top dealing with the teak, I'm going to take these little caps off and then you can access the bolt. In theory, it should come out. Nearly there. I'm filming. Okay. I got it. Let me get a cool shot.
Oh yeah, nice. And another thing we have to do is remove the through deck fittings. So this one's for the waste, which is to the holding tank in the head. And there's another water and waste one on the other side.
So that's the holding tank. And then it goes up through there. And into there. That's a big bloody hole. You can literally see daylight into our boat.
So this one, we're definitely keeping a holding tank here in this head. So we're going to just sticky tape over this hole in case it rains. But up forward, I'm going to epoxy up each of the holes because I'm not sure which one we're going to keep. Not keeping the waste up there. So I'll epoxy over those holes, put a bit of glass over the top of that, and then that will be solid as.
So I don't know if this was a good idea or a bad idea because it's a bit windy and rocky considering we have no lifelines, but we have decided to just come out and anchor just outside the marina so we can make as much noise as possible. And the game plan for today is to get the decks sanded and as smooth as possible, do all the cleanup on the edges where there's the last little bits of silicone, and just get the surface prepped for being able to lay the new stuff.
So we're using the belt sander with a 40 grit and it's just tearing it up. We want to leave as many kind of gouges and marks in the old gel coat as we can so the glue sticks to it, but it's getting through it pretty quick.
Done in no time. Once Josh has done the main bit with the belt sander, I then just go through with the orbital sander just to get all the fiddly bits closer to the side of the boat. Turn it on. And what we're trying to do is sand off all the old glue that was used to secure the old teak. We are back at the dock and our goal today is to get rid of all of the old black sikaflex which is around the edge of the entire boat. First we have to chisel off all of the thick parts of it, and then we have to get a small bit of sandpaper and then just gently sand it off. So it's going to take a while and it's raining. Luckily we can do this job in the rain, which is why we're not doing anything else.
That's pure enthusiasm right there.
So much better.
Yeah, that's so much quicker, and it's just the more we wear down these, the less damage they're doing to the gel coat. So we're just grinding away and so one of the last things we have to do before we get to lay is to repair all the gel coat that broke while we were ripping up the teak. So there was a few spider cracks that were already there, but a lot of it we chipped up as we were ripping up the teak. So this is where the gel coat's cracked here. It must have just been sun damage, or maybe where the teak, water got in there, but you can see the crack here. And according to YouTube, I'm supposed to just grind it out and then slap the gel coat in there. So I'm mixing up the colour in the tin, so I only have to do it once, and this should do us for the whole boat. It's a bit of black and a bit of beige. Mixy, a bit of thickener, and squirt it on and we should be good.
Easy as that.
So I've added the thickener and the catalyst, and now I'm just mixing, and then we get to schmeck it on.
And how much work time do you have?
Depends on how much catalyst I put in, and ChatGPT told me I should put 30 drops in, so about 15 minutes if I put everything in correct.
Love that confidence.
Oh shit, I don't know where to start.
Just right there, mate.
Mixy, smoothie, see it shine. Yeah, stop it on, let the gel coat flow. So mix the color, get it right, make it white. Push it in, let it set, take the time. Not smooth like butter, all the bumps still show. Yeah, sand it down, still got plenty to go. Feel the rhythm, get the sander and go. Gel coat dreams, let the white light show. Mix it up, watch it come alive. Gel coat vibes, feel it on the fine. Yeah, fresh and set until you'll ever find. Smooth moves, it's gel coat time.
Today's job is sanding the gel coat off. Yesterday I did the other side. It took about 8 hours of sanding, which was a lot, more than I expected. But today, if we can get this gel coat sanded, I'll be happy.
Sanding, working on that shot. Gel coat on, now with sanding time. 400 grit, using all of my diamonds. 1200 grit, gotta do it right. Still not smooth like butter, but we can lay up. Sanding forever, got a long way to go. Working the grits, let the rhythm flow. Gel coat means the shine is starting to show. Wet it down, see it come alive. Sanding vibes, feeling just right. Smoothest sailboat you'll ever find. You gel coat, the sanding's done.
Okay, so last night I filled in all the divots with fairing compound. So today we're out on anchor again, and it should be our final big messy sand before we get to do the little detail stuff and lay the deck.
We keep saying that we're close to the final sand and it never is. We got this!
Yeah, we got this.
Oh my god, imagine if you had fallen in then.
So the epoxy I used, I just put a fairing compound in it and it sands off really easy. So it should be a nice, quick, easy sand.
But we have an imminent rain cloud, and it's very rainy over there, so
we've got to sand quick.
today's the day! We finally get to actually lay the synthetic teak.
We're going to glue it down. All the prep is finished. It's nice and smooth.
It took way longer than we were expecting though.
Yeah, the Gelcoat repairs took forever, but we did it now. It looks great. You can barely tell where I've repaired, which is the goal.
And so now we actually have to move onto the boat in 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks to put this deck down.
Because we got to get stanchions back on, lifelines back on for Charlie. We got a lot to do. So this is the synthetic teak we chose. I looked at every possible option. We spent way too long researching, but it's a PVC. It's like a plastic rather than foam. The EVA foam ones are better on your feet, but they can get marked, scratched. You know, if this one gets marked, you just sand it off. So you can shape it with a knife, sand it, and glue it down.
And we chose the grey because we think it's going to be cooler on our feet.
Yeah, we had a choice between brown or grey, and the brown was really orangey, and we didn't like that. So we've gone with grey.
And lighter is better, in our opinion.
Yep. So it comes in a roll like this, with a tongue and a groove, and you tongue and groove it together. And so you shape your pattern and you glue it down.
And so we have 4 rolls.
Yeah, there's 4 rolls. I've got to figure out where we're going to put our join. I don't want any joins this way. I'm happy to have joins in a tongue and groove, but I don't want any joins. I'm going to try and get one whole panel, so it's more waterproof than if we had lots of joins.
And I think it will look better.
I think so. And they come in 20-meter rolls, so in theory we should be able to have full rolls, at least on one edge. And we're sticking it down with this stuff, Fix Tech Fix 15. It's just a sealant adhesive. It's pretty basic stuff. Trowel it on.
As long as it sticks it down and it is there permanently.
Come back in 2 years and we'll tell you if it's still stuck.
No, it'll be good.
Yeah. All right, so
should we get into it?
let's do it. So this bit's done, ready to be glued. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. We've sanded all the edges, cut it all nicely, used the template. We've got to drill the holes for the stanchion bases, but other than that, it's ready to be glued. But I had an idea. What if it fits the other side? Do you reckon it'll fit?
Look, it's a boat, so
I didn't think it would. I was going to use the template for the other side as like a rough template, but should we just see? We could pick this up and flip it upside down and just see.
Yeah, I guess. Won't be too hard to do.
No, it just comes straight off.
Yeah,
flip
let's
it.
do that now then.
Well, and then instead of gluing this today, we can use, if it works on the other side, we can cut the other side today.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, wow. Should we see?
Yep.
Roll it up.
This is taking me a day for just some little cuts, because nothing is straight, nothing is curved.
Nothing is straight, nothing is curved.
Nothing is straight. No.
What is it then, mate? Make up your fucking mind.
Nothing is straight, everything is curved. Lucky we can sand this stuff, because my template was...
C minus at best.
C minus at best. Well, it passed, yeah. Alright, let's see if this works. So I don't have high hopes because it's a boat, but... Well, that fits. Full in. That does not fit. That's okay.
Of course it doesn't. Why would it be easy?
No, it's a boat. Nothing straight, nothing easy. But that fits. And that fits.
So the very back fits?
Yeah, I'm mostly impressed with that they've got the davits exactly right. Yep, the back fits. I mean, it fits enough to use it as a template, and then like that would have to, that's a bit less. Obviously, we need to do something with this. Why? Why is this one not as far out as that one? Makes no sense. But the rest of it,
So we can definitely use that as a template, hey?
yeah, that's going to save us a ton of time. Calculations. Alright, this bit's cut. We're going to flop it on the other side and see how it goes. Hopefully there's no bits that are too small. Happy for too big, don't want it too small. It's heavy. I think we won.
Winners!
Yeah. Yes, I think we won. There's a few little bits that I'm unsure about, but we won't be able to know until we properly cut it out. But I think that was a
Good idea?
little good idea, quick win.
Nice.
So yeah, I think once we spin the boat around again and we can work from the dock instead of having to hang on, we will mark it all and trim it all down properly, make it all fit in nicely. But for now, we'll go back to the other side and we'll work on that.
Okay. So that piece goes from the very front all the way to the very back.
Gluing. We're going to glue this bit down. This is the first bit we're going to glue down. Arguably the hardest bit to glue down, but we're going to glue it down anyway. And we've got 2 hours to do it before we have to pick up Charlie from daycare. So put the camera down, Emma. Get your butt over here and help me glue this down. So if I squeeze this...
Glue number 1. Wait, I need you to talk me through the game plan.
Squirt glue, stick tape down.
Okay. I'm just here for moral support if it all falls apart.
Alright. Think we try that?
Yeah, sure.
Pretty happy with that line.
Yeah, it looks really good from the single.
So our first bit of glue went really well yesterday. We're very happy with how it stuck down. Now we've got to template this section here and give it another crack. Kind of not sure how we're going to do this bit, but we're just going to template it, draw it onto the synthetic teak, and we'll see how we go.
So we're just making it up as we go along.
Alrighty. Let's take it over here. That's good. It's good to know that that ended right where we thought it would end with a full plank.
Oh yeah. And now we cut.
Now we cross our fingers and then cut. Oh, we changed chickens too.
As you can see. Oh no, that's great.
Yes! It's not too small.
That is always a win.
After much deliberation, we have decided to stick an entire piece down first.
After much deliberation, we have decided to put Kiwi grip down.
No. No, we're not doing that. Yuck.
Alright, yeah. We're
going to glue one whole piece down first, so then we've got at least 4 nice, beautiful straight lines up the boat. We can put all the stanchion bases on and we can stuff around with the other bit later.
because we have 2 ways that we want to do it, and there's so many pros and cons for both ways, but we're actually just running out of time, so we just need to pick one and commit.
Yeah, and I think that doing it this way allows us to get perfectly straight lines, stanchion bases on, and then we can measure, mark, template the other section later. We were basically pretending that this section was glued down anyway today, so
So we may as well just glue it down.
The other way was one whole piece, so super glue the 2 planks together. No.
Nah, too confusing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Now it's time to re-drill the waste holes. They've been epoxied up, kind of. So I've got to use a hole saw and drill back through the deck. And then once I've drilled through the deck, we'll be able to feel on the synthetic teak where to drill. All right.
See if it fits. If it lines up.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. That is so satisfying. Really beautiful. We taped up the border so we don't get any glue on the bits that we're not doing today. And now I'm just gonna acetone the deck to get rid of the final bits of dust. And then in theory, put black goop everywhere and hope for the best.
Squirt the goo, like sticky glue, laying down the new teak. Working quick, it's time to stick. Smooth black lines looking good. Pixel feeling so fresh and new. Gray synthetic teak. Let's glue. Glue, glue, spray, spray, squish it down. Glue, glue, stick, stick, let's go. Squirt that sticky glue, make it smooth and neat, sailing uncut. Dreams complete.
Look at it. It's glued down. Our first bit is glued down. Should we remove the weights?
I reckon.
Alrighty.
How do you feel about it?
It's stuck down. Like, it's not bubbling up. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Yeah, stoked.
So now we just keep on keeping on?
Now we go to the rest. So we are well over a week into this. We have to move onto the boat in 4 days, and we have glued this much down.
No, we haven't.
Come on, come see what we've done. We're halfway. I'm so happy with how it's turned out so far. We've done half, we've got 4 days left, so I'm hoping that side is quicker than this side, but I've got all my processes down pat, all the templating. I'm very excited how this looks. I can't wait to lay that side.
Back to cut now. On the other side, sand it down, make it tight, all just right. Cut, sand, fit, repeat. Okay, now we're done. Time to glue. So much masking tape. Glue, glue.
you think? So it's all glued down, but it's not finished. And we move on tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna pause here because we've still got to do the edges. We've got a lot to do. I can't work during the nighttime, so I'm gonna leave it here.
And we got to finish it off because as you can see,
There's push bits up there, there's lifelines, it's not finished yet. But we got close, it's all stuck down, so I'm happy with that.
and it's waterproof.
And it's waterproof. So we're gonna end the video here, but the next thing you're gonna see is the final sexy shots of this synthetic teak on our beautiful boat Pixel.
Final sexy shots, smooth gray synthetic teak. Pixel's Gelcoat looking fresh, clean like lines on a Beneteau. This is the end of the video. Let's go, now hit the flow. Sane and uncut, that's how we roll. We hope you enjoyed the show. Final sexy shots.